I would give it to Casey because he's shown that he has grit. He has the smarts to know when to take the loss, when to throw it out of bounds, and live to fight another down. Um, like I said, without him, just imagine what that offense would have been today.
I know.
And his leadership is there. The players love him. Yeah. So, he's the kind of the glue that holds that all together. There might be a bit of glue and tape and staples and whatnot. And, Whipple's trying to work some magic with what he's got there. That at least it gives you a chance. I just feel sorry for the seniors. I mean, they deserve a shout out to say it's been a tough 4 or 5 years. And I think when a lot of them came here or they transferred in, they had high hopes and the expectations were high amongst the team and with fans. And it didn't work out, the way they wanted, but they stayed. You haven't seen, people just kind of quit the system like you might have done in years past. There's been some talk about guys who just really didn't buy into what was happening if they didn't get enough playing time, if, the team wasn't winning, and they haven't been winning. But, it's, having been through that personally, knowing that it's tough. Losing seasons are tough. And losing a coach is tough. And, it can lead to a lot of dissension. So I'd give it to the seniors. I'd give them the game ball. Casey might get one too. And it looks dark now, but you've got to be hopeful that they can turn the ship around with a new coach and, keeping some of the starters that they've got now and some of this young talent that, if there's anything I've learned in the last 20 years, it's that Nebraska fans are eternally optimistic. And that 9-3, 11-1 season is out there somewhere. But I think for the moment, we'll take 7-5 and work from there.
Yep. That's a good point on the seniors. Before you go, Jeffrey, I'm glad you mentioned that because I do notice that. I know a lot of these comments are pretty negative, but for the seniors to rally, like the Garrett Nelson, I don't know if he's coming back, has another year, but the seniors as a whole, the fact they stay together, you can see that they're close together as a team. They love each other. They're not giving up on plays. The energy's not there where you want it to be sometimes, but I think it's just a matter of who we got playing. But I do think that's a good shout out to the seniors that didn't give up and kept fighting until the end. I think Mickey Joseph's a big part of that, keeping them together as a team. But Jeffrey, who is your player of the game?
Yeah, I just want to keep tipping my hat to Mickey because he's positive. He's trying to keep everything. I mean, he had him in the game to win it, and it's got to be frustrating for him. I thought Casey played fundamentally okay, where he didn't make any mistakes. He was efficient, so that was good. But my part of the game is the Wisconsin offensive line because they just kind of did, Mertz didn't have to do anything as a quarterback but hand the ball off pretty much. So that was, I'm just being honest. The seniors for Nebraska, Hickson and Vokalek, I love it that they came back and they've hung in there. And I think Hickson has done a decent job at center. Maybe it was the win today with the snaps. I don't know. But I kudos to them for hanging in there. I think on defense, I'm trying to even remember Reimers is a great kid. I think he's going to play on Sundays. He'll make an NFL team just because he's so fast. So he's been great. It's a young team. So I think there is something to look forward to as long as most of these kids hang around. They can keep Mickey somewhat. As we get into this next subject with the coaching search, I think they got to keep him in the same position he had at LSU, which is recruiting coordinator and wide receivers coach, and pay him $1 million plus. That's what I'm hoping.
We got the money. We know we got the money.
Well, Travis said that. That's what they would like to do. So hopefully with whoever the new coach is, I think that would be smart because he is pretty well. He embedded into the Louisiana, Mississippi area, which has got some
Yep.
diamonds in the rough. So that's mine.
I see
My
some
player-
shout outs there for Palmer, Casey.
Yeah. Yep. Palmer and Casey. Yeah, that's my player of the game, Trey Palmer. I'm always hardest on the quarterbacks, like most people are. They always take a lot of the blame. I think Trey Palmer, they mentioned he tweeted this morning that he was angry, pissed off. The fact he actually came out and produced and had a good game surprises me. But yeah, I think he was the reason that this was a game. I mean, getting open, those 2 touchdown catches. I still don't know whether he's physical enough to have a successful career in the NFL. But it was nice to see him get back and have a solid game.
He's a junior. He's a junior, right? Technically.
Yeah. So we hope he and Casey come back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a young team. I mean, we got a lot of people back as long as you're right. Those, people don't transfer out of the portal. So, we'll see. I think Toby Wright's going to be a good player. And the young Gifford kid's doing good too. I mean, he's young, but he's going to be really good, just like his brother. So I think some of these kids are going to blossom. I really do. I think we have some good athletes. I think our recruiting has been good enough. It's been a lot better than 3-8, right?